in the online gaming case, a matter that's being heard in the Supreme Court. The central government has told the court that it's not concerned if real money online gaming is classified as a game of skill or chance. The government argued that such a distinction is immaterial and the taxes will be paid equally on both. Ashmit standing by with the details. Ashmit, the government making it clear, skill or chance, it doesn't matter, 28% GST it is.
Indeed, no shifting there, no change of course. 28% levy is here to stay. That's the government's position. And this is important given as how the government is laying down the gauntlet. Bear in mind, this is the first detailed hearing that's taking place in the GST issue regarding online gaming companies. First time that we are seeing this before the highest court of the country. And here, the government's rationale is that, look, we understand, the government says we understand that there are games of chance, there are games of skill. The distinction, however, that the government is trying to draw is that irrespective of the games of chance or skill, when there's a money component involved, when there's staking, when there's wagering involved, that necessarily, irrespective of game of chance or skill, then translate into a case of gambling. So here, the government's rationale is that irrespective of the nature of the game involved, it is inconsequential when it comes to the computation of the GST demand. And this is where, in fact, we also have the Council for the Government draw the attention towards state-specific legislation, citing the example of Nagaland, saying that Nagaland is one state that makes a distinction, games of chance and skill, but even Nagaland, which protects games of skill, goes on to charge them, treat them as gambling when there's a case of money wagering. What is also important is that this is the first time that we've seen a direct position being taken by the government against fantasy gaming. Here, in fact, giving the analogy of the famous football player Messi, the Gaming Council, the Council for the Government went on to argue that there are bets, there's wagering done on how many goals Messi might score in a match, saying that there is absolutely no control. Any of the players have any control over how many goals Messi will score. And citing that as an example, said that even in case of fantasy gaming, even there, any money wagering will be classified as a case of gambling and therefore subject to the 28% GST levy. So clearly, just the day one of arguments, the arguments we understand will continue tomorrow as well. Another key question that the industry, however, will be watching for is whether or not this August 2023 amendment, which gave the clarification of the 28% levy, will it apply retrospectively? That's another question that many will be looking to answers for.
And that is an important question. Ashmit, appreciate you joining us. Air India's flight to Tel Aviv